Although Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 3 is just on the horizon, what if I told you we have leaks already about the next chapter and when this is going to release? Real quick, if you think Fortnite should grant you this many V-Bucks the next time you log on, Peely says you need to drop a like in 3, 2, 1. Hey, congratulations, enjoy your V-Bucks. Seriously though guys, despite the Chapter 5 leaks that we already have which are going to blow your mind, we have intel on the live event ending off this season, and before that happens, an even bigger collaboration than what we've currently seen with Star Wars, and consider it only benefits you as we do try and give different subscribers every single day, with proof for that on screen right now. It would put a giant smile on my face and cheer up Charlie the Charcoal Pug if you could enter code FM1 inside the Fortnite item shop right now. Literally, I believe one of the shortest codes to enter, and it greatly supports us and the channel. So just before now we dive into all of the juicy Chapter 5 intel, which trust me you definitely won't want to miss. Amongst all of the leaks in the past 48 hours, Goku Black was one of them, which is now in the item shop, initially being leaked from a PlayStation image that got updated early. When I'm recording, it's just before item shop rotation, and make sure to use code FM1 when you're picking this up. It would look good inside your item shop, this code, I'm just saying. Either way, data miners of course got the strings for the item shop update tonight before it's actually released, and as you can see there's a Goku Black section with all of the rewards you're seeing on screen right now that I haven't seen yet, but due to the power of editing you guys are seeing now when I'm talking over it early in advance in this video. Speaking of another collaboration that's ongoing right now that got updated today, Star Wars of course received its third and final challenge set. To complement this, alongside going onto the island right now in the battle bus, you can hear the previous in the files Darth Sidious voice lines or Palpatine saying execute Order 66.
The time has come. Execute Order 66.
It's still believed as of now we're going to be seeing a Palpatine skin, so drop a like in today's video if you'd like to see that, alongside a droid skin, as Fortnite tweeted out Roger with no other context or image attached or even a silhouette. And let's not forget about Darth Vader being added onto the island again, returning from Chapter 3 Season 3 as a mythic boss, and despite all the other lightsabers and force abilities added within this update, sadly unlike in the Chapter 3 Season 3 trailer where we saw him using the Force Choke, which many people thought would be coming to the game as a new Force ability, we can only throw his lightsaber and obviously melee strike with it and run around and jump like the other Jedi or Sith abilities give us. Even more crazily to do with Fortnite today, not in game but what they've announced before we move on to the early leaks of next chapter, in a huge collaboration we've literally been waiting over a year for. As you can see on screen right now, they tweeted out a new way to grab the Victory Royale is coming. Will you rise through the ranks? And that obviously implicates a new ranked mode coming to Fortnite with the following badges that they attached in this trailer that I'm going to play for you right now. Although all of these badges on screen right now look incredibly cool, Hypex made a good point by stating that bronze badge looks so humiliating to have, and yes it does. Let me know down below in the comments what badge you plan to obtain, or are you going to be like Top 5 Gaming who simply replied, I will wear the bronze badge with honour. Something that Fortnite are now honouring finally, after us literally speculating since Chapter 3 Season 4 that this skin would be upcoming or collaboration. Fortnite were initially working on a new Spider-Man collab with a web-slinger mythic, 2 skins codenamed Hero and Menace Universal, 2 pickaxes and back blings and an emote. Most likely Miles, or at least related to the Spider-Verse movie releasing next month, lines up with Season 3's release too. Initially people thought that this was going to be the secret skin Miles Morales of the Chapter 4 Season 3 Battle Pass, as June 2nd was the initial end date for Chapter 4 Season 2, meaning the same day that Across the Spider-Verse releases the Miles Morales movie, this exact same day Chapter 4 Season 3 would be releasing, obviously having a hype around both things. With Fortnite announcing that they're extending this season until June 9th, meaning then we're going to go into a downtime that day, and early the 10th we're going to be seeing Chapter 4 Season 3 release. Whilst it did seem possible that we would be seeing Miles Morales as the secret skin, as it's only a week after the movie releases when this extension was made until, it looks like this collab's going to be coming around earlier than expected, not being the collab skin in the next Battle Pass like we've seen for Geralt of Rivia and Eren Yeager in Chapter 4 Season 1 and 2, as FNBR Intel and other data miners have determined that Miles Morales will be an item shop skin, finally releasing May 22nd and May 23rd. With him finally coming to the item shop, as he was on one of the Fortnite x Marvel Zero War comics, another Spider-Man skin that could be the other one that's being worked on is Spider-Man 2099, also coming around this time. After all, he is, yes, in the Miles Morales movie Across the Spider-Verse that we're going to be seeing release, so it would definitely make sense, and here's a ton of information about the Spider-Man collab, as it's going to be huge just like the Star Wars one we've recently seen. Webs added back around the map like in Chapter 3 Season 1, meaning we can bounce off them, Spider-Gwen NPC that will sell the new web shooters, free cosmetics for completing challenges rewards will most likely be 2 emoticons and 1 spray. Although it's sad to say, yes, we won't be seeing another mini battle pass before the release of next season. Don't forget about the Doctor Who one that will be releasing maybe in Chapter 5 Season 1. The reason I say this before we move on to the new chapter leaks is because this limited time Doctor Who collab battle pass got leaked, which is believed to be releasing around the time of the 60th anniversary of the show. For those who don't know, this lands around November time in 2023, and as we're seeing yearly chapters now, so it seems the last chapter we saw start, Chapter 4, in December of 2022. Prior to that, Chapter 3 started in December 2021, so obviously it's clear they're setting out a yearly path of chapters here, and considering Miles Morales is literally coming in like a week or a fortnight from me recording, no pun intended, this means the collab skin that will be upcoming unlockable around 50% way through Chapter 4 Season 3 is still currently unknown, but makes sense based off the correlation to Chapter 1 in reverse, the theory going forward throughout Chapter 4's seasons. Chapter 1 Season X correlating to Season 1 being a time shift, so it seems, and then Chapter 4 Season 2 and Season 9 of Chapter 1 obviously being a futuristic Neo theme. Before that, Season 8 of Chapter 1 will then correlate to Chapter 4 Season 3, not only introducing a volcano, but confirmed from the files to have a ton of jungle and tropical-like areas like Season 8 of Chapter 1 did, and whether or not Hypex has some insight or inside information right now that isn't currently in the files or known to any other data miners, as him and Sheena last season had information on Eren Yeager. Despite One Piece being a huge collaboration for Fortnite, he even says himself, yeah, this definitely makes sense to be upcoming, so fingers crossed this ends up being Luffy, the main character from One Piece, appearing in Chapter 4 Season 3 as this collab or unlockable skin. And now with 24.40, the final update of Chapter 4 Season 2 being on the staging servers, meaning it's releasing in a few days, or even already has released when you're watching this video. This is initially one less than we were expecting, as we were meant to be getting a 24.50, but Epic Games seem to have scrapped this by working on 25.00 and 25.10 being the update for Chapter 4 Season 3 and the update after. Despite all the developments happening in-game right now, with the cracks around Mega City resembling that of earthquakes happening, then them literally adding these earthquake kind of stages in-game, the last one described to be apocalyptic, I'm happy to announce that now Epic Games are working toward a new live event that will be happening this season, which after the event, according to Sheena, the servers are again expected to go under an extended downtime, as the Night long downtime tag seems to be related to it. For those that don't know, this is the screen that we see when downtime is commencing, obviously longer than a normal update as it's a season transition, which then upon servers going live will put us in the second to last season of Chapter 4 already. I know that seems weird to say, but that's exactly what happened with Chapter 3. Make sure you pay close attention now, as this is where things get really insane to do with Chapter 5. Sheena stated Chapter 4 is apparently ending after the 4th season, which means Chapter 5 launches at the end of 2023 according to Not Jules Dev. This coincides with my assumption that from now we will get annual chapters instead of very long ones, like Chapter 1 being 10 seasons long and Chapter 2 being a little bit shorter but kind of dragged, being 8 seasons long. Chapter 3 was the first year-long chapter we've seen, obviously ending at Season 4 after the Fracture event, which seems sensible for Epic Games to do instead of making seasons shorter or longer, to have either one less or one more. And despite it being quite far off in the future this now, although the Doctor Who collab that we've already mentioned literally leaked the limited time battle pass menu and the free rewards shown on it, it is a legit leak, and here's why. Somebody pointed out over on Twitter, bad news, which I think is good news because I'm liking the Chapter 5 honestly coming around. The source that leaked the chapter will end after Season 4 also leaked the loading screen of the Chapter 2 end event before Fortnite officially released it and the trailer surrounding this instead of just the still image. Even more interestingly too, the Raging Reaper had this to say about the direction of the storyline about the Chapter 1 in reverse theory and where it leaves us. If my Chapter 1 reverse season theory still holds up, then that would mean the chapter switch is the same season the Cube appeared for the first time in Worlds Collide, being Chapter 1 Season 5. Could this mean the return of the last reality, considering it seems to be developing that way, the storyline now, with their files being deleted out of the Peace Syndicate's database, and that meaning the Cube Queen, as we're not sure what happened to her? Drop a like in today's video if you learned something new or are excited for the future of Fortnite, and subscribe to the channel with all notifications turned on so that you don't miss any news leaking regarding it. In terms of where you go to now, click this video I picked out for you on screen specifically whilst you wait for the very next one I do publish on the channel.